Bigfoot Cattle Rustler. Date: on or about June 2009. Story comes to us from Wisconsin. Names changed to protect the innocent. Billy was a policeman for several years and got so good at his job that he became a detective. Well, as the story goes, Billy and his partner were on a late-night shift and received a call into the station. The person on the other end of the line sounded upset and scared, like he had seen something that was not of this world. He wanted to file a police report for missing cattle. Billy and his partner John sent out to the remote farmhouse in the middle of nowhere just as the sun was going down. This area was known for its oddities, but this one, as Billy would soon find out, would take the cake. As they approached the old farmhouse and long driveway, which sat on about 300 acres of heavily wooded land that ran along a small creek that had been known to fill to capacity, they spoke to the farmer, who said that he was losing his cattle, and specifically the baby cattle, and if it didn't stop he would soon be out of business. The next thing that happened rattled their brains and they would never forget it forever. When they took a walk around the property, they noticed fences pushed to the point that no man could ever bend them that far, or could carry a calf that far through such a dark and wooded area. That night they decided to set up the stakeout and see if they could find out who was stealing the cattle, as they just set up at their location. Down on the road to the entry to the farm they sat and told police stories until well past midnight, sitting in a dark unmarked police car. "There's nothing here," John said. "They're probably just trying to get insurance money." Well, were they wrong? Next thing you know, they heard a large thump that came from the other side of the property that made the hair on the back of their head stand up. Billy, a veteran cop of 20 years, said, "I got to step out and see what that is." Just as Billy and his partner arrived to the back of the location, they saw the most ungodly thing they'd ever seen in their entire lives. They saw a small calf being lifted over the back of the fence. Billy got a glimpse of the squatch arm, and it was carrying a calf under its left arm. This thing was so strong, basically made them piss their pants. This squatch carried this calf over the fence and down into the creek. In no time was gone. Billy said he got a glimpse of its height, and he estimated it over 7 feet. He has to regularly estimate heights of people during his duties as a detective. They did find footprints but took no casts or pictures, as it was pre-cell phone, and who would believe them anyhow? They looked at each other and the first words out of their mouth was Bigfoot. Well, they went back to the car. They know what they had seen, but they didn't want to scare the farmer. This thing was unnerving to try stop with a flashlight, much less get a shot off. It was too late to go to the farmer's door that night, so they called him the next day and told him that he did have an issue and they'd follow up later to see what they could do. And when they did drive back out, they told him the issue is called Sasquatch. The farmer did go on to say he thought so. He had heard those squatches on this property for years and they are now becoming more aggressive. The detective didn't tell that story for many years. He did finally share with this family about it. They did think he was nuts. Then one day near this location another Bigfoot sighting happened. Word spread across the town like wildfire. They then realized their old uncle wasn't nuts. It really was Bigfoot he saw. Billy did say he checked back with the farmer, and after that night no more cattle came up missing. Maybe Billy and his partner scared it off. Billy does tell the story at family gatherings and with trusted others now. He also had another sighting years later near the same location while he was out hunting. Maybe one day he will share the story here. Have a great day.